G'day guys, welcome back to our playthrough of Enshrouded. I am literally where we left off in the previous episode, still outside, what is this place called? Scatterbone, that's it. And we've just obtained the legendary glider. And unfortunately in the previous episode it took us that long, and there were so many challenges essentially to try and get to it, including those two matrons. So we didn't really get to use the glider as much as I would like. So this episode I'm actually going to be doing a whole bunch of random question marks everywhere, and we'll sort of get to use the glider a little bit, hopefully, to get around everywhere and, you know, just seeing how good it is, essentially. And perhaps maybe we can clear up a bunch of these question marks and also just clear up a bunch of stuff that we actually haven't seen or done. So that's the plan. I don't know how well it will go. If we run out of things to do though, we can essentially go back to Wistful Fields and do our thing there. But the first order of things I think should be just to take down one of the altars. I might actually keep this one here. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we really have a purpose for this one, so let's go out there and grab it. We do still have a decent rested buff there, so probably don't need to worry too much about that. Space in our inventory, however, is looking pretty dire, so maybe it is a good idea to go back after all. Let's do that first. I should do the right thing and, you know, clear up our inventory and then go. So, yeah, let's do it. We did find this new sword as well. I'm not 100% sure on whether or not this sword is any good. I assume it's worthwhile, but, you know, I could be wrong. Nightfall. This looks kind of cool, to be honest, but it is only a rare weapon, though. So not entirely sure if it's worth keeping, but I'll keep it for the time being. And yeah, maybe we should repair stuff. And while we're here, I might also see if we can upgrade the weapon that we have and see if that takes it beyond the previous sword that we were using. So enhanced equipment, White Wolf sword. Yeah, I'm just having a look here. This does 49, and this, yeah, this definitely should be giving us even more damage. Oh, look at that, 55. Definitely what we want to be using. But I will just, you know, keep the old sword with me, because potentially we might need to use it when we run out of durability. But yeah, let's just stash that there, and yeah, I just want to stash everything else. The extraordinary glider, I think we can pretty much... hang on a second. Okay, this says Ghost Glider, which is level 30, whereas this one is level 20. Yeah, I assume we can make this again if we ever need it, but I don't think we will ever need it, so I'm just gonna delete it, to be honest. Yeah, I guess it's just because it's a legendary item. But the other one is also legendary, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, let me delete that. That's fine. I'm sort of just like hesitating a little bit there, because, yeah. It was perhaps maybe a little bit more difficult to make that glider, but again, no reason to keep it at this stage. Do we not have any old books sitting around anywhere? Oh yeah, we do. Oh, excellent. Cool. So, there's a few other bits and pieces here which I can probably just drop into, like, production, machines. Yeah, more of those ammonia glands. And the bones, I think I should be able to just chuck it into the grinder. And I think we're looking good. Let's head back out. And let's get started. I mean, we probably just want to start from some spires. And we should be able to just fly around. So, I mean, I know this is not a spire, but I technically want to see if I can just, like, reach the Cavern of Curiosities, or Cavern Curiosities, from the Revelwood spire. So let's just do that. And we'll check out what we can actually do with this thing. Give it a good whirl. Probably should eat. Unfortunately, we did use quite a lot of our bandages in the previous episode fighting the two matrons. It had to be done. So yeah, let's tag this. And let's see if we can get the job done. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking promising. I feel like I should be able to glide much, much further. It would be nice if you had a glider that could, you know, with the right sort of technique, bring you further up into the air for, you know, a short period of time. Not indefinitely, but, you know, to some degree. There we go, and yeah, okay, we didn't quite reach our intended destination, but we got very close. I may as well harvest some hazelnuts here, since I can. Alright. Should be just beyond this hill. Oh, God. Alright. A little bit too forwards there. But we should hopefully be able to climb out of the shroud here and maybe discover whatever it is that we're supposed to discover. Some kind of a cabin. Oh, or maybe this is it? Interesting. Let me see if I can just dig all of that up. Wizard hat. Cavern Curiosities. Done. Not exactly the most exciting thing. I thought there would actually be a cavern. This is not really much of a cavern at all. And, nothing more beyond. Except for lava and death. Man, I kind of remember reaching this place and thinking to myself how complicated and how much of a maze this place was when we first arrived, but I wonder if we've seen everything here. I think we may have. So That sort of makes me feel like I should just try to aim to try and maybe take my home or my flame altar back down. I think if we go this way... Ooh. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind. But that's okay, I should be able to just fast travel and... Yeah, the only issue is I don't have a rested buff anymore. We'll take that out and... yeah, try to retrieve our stuff. Although we don't exactly have a lot of stuff, do we? Why even bother? If it's not really worthwhile, you know? We'll try to grab our stuff. I guess we can grab another kettle if we really wanted it. Wonder if there's a good way around. Alright. Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of the shroud so that we can actually teleport. Okay, so let's move on to this side. So, another spire. I think we should be good. So, maybe 3 question marks in the one, hopefully. So we'll start with the closest. Fortification. Not entirely sure if there's a... yeah, there is a journal entry for it. Obtain the castle wall stone blocks. Castle wall? Okay. Do we not have castle wall stone blocks yet? I thought we already had that. it is probably not a bad idea to go back home and get myself a rested buff, but I'm kind of impatient like that. So, I wonder if we can't pass through that area. Alright. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the new glider and whether or not it's really giving us the improved traversal that we want. I guess to some degree it is, but maybe because it's just incremental, it doesn't feel like it's mind-blowing. I suppose I should be grateful for what I can get, really. Ooh, nice. I'll take that. Mining rift. Yeah, I can't say that we have been here before, so let me just have a read here. Indefinite abatement. Pike needs reach. Pike needs reach's ability to admit more cargo for repairs has ceased. We must retain the overdue parcel until further notice. I've placed it on the crane platform. Crane platform. Right, so there's... Oh, okay, there's just a chest there, basically. Oh, a lot of flying bugs. Nice, okay. Secret castle door. Yeah, well, I haven't exactly played around with this new material, I suppose, so maybe when we get to more building, especially building our own home, maybe it's time to give it a try, although I'm not entirely sure about using castle walls. Let me just go back this way. All right, it's just a bit of shroud timer. So, there is another question mark very close by. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it could be some kind of a shroud roots, perhaps? Possibly. So this is actually not a bad spot for mining some tin. So I will actually mark that, because if we do need more tin, we can always just come back here in that case. Plenty of these critters around. Yeah, more tin in here. And I was gonna say more tin down there, and more tin down here. Yeah, plenty of the good stuff. Let me do a ping here, because I'm just not entirely sure if this is... Yeah, okay, it's apparently still below us. Wow. Sword of Radiance. That kind of looks cool, actually. Unfortunately, it's only level 18, though. But would have been nice to find that much, much earlier. Great. Nice. We get another skill point there. Speaking of skill points, I'm actually not entirely sure if the elixir wells and the shroud roots are really the only places to get more skill points, or if you can get more skill points in any other way. But I think there probably is like a limited amount of skill points, potentially. Nomad Highlands Hollow Halls. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if we'll do a Hollow Halls today, guys. That definitely seems like a lot of work. Just not entirely sure how to get there. Perhaps maybe I do need to be in the Shroud, and perhaps maybe I just need to follow along to the left there and see if I can get to it. So I will, at the very least, set a waypoint there, and maybe we can place down a flame altar to get back to it quickly when we do decide that we want to challenge it. I'll do a ping and just see if it's telling us to... Okay, it's telling us to keep going down, though. That's very odd. Yeah, okay, I remember I saw something, and I'm just wondering whether or not this would take us where we need to go, but maybe not. Not quite. Yeah, this is taking us away from where we actually want to go. Unless we need to go down this way and then it will take us across. Because that is also a possibility. Yeah, I have no idea if we're going the right way, and This pathway is starting to get very complicated. Which kind of worries me, because I won't really be able to figure out how to get back out. So, are we saying that going down here... Oh, okay, that goes further down this way. Oh, wow. Alright, I thought it was something to read, but... I will take one of these. Yeah, we're definitely getting further and further away. Yeah, I see. We are... out. Completely. Which means it was the wrong way. Obviously. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Did still manage to find my way back out. Sort of. But I'm unfortunately no closer to finding my way to this hollow hall. I wonder if it's a better idea for us to... I was gonna say to try and glide there, but... I don't know if that's even possible, but we can attempt it, actually. Just because I sort of want to grab a rested buff anyway. So maybe it's time to go home and do that. Have a bit of a sleep. Or borrow Oswald's bed. And a quick repair on all of our stuff. I think we should be on our way. Alright, yeah, probably can't go through there. I'm sort of wanting to aim for this cliff edge here. If we can get to that, that'd be good. But, yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's actually possible. Seems to be some kind of a cave here. Oh, right, it's a shroud root, which we have already taken down before. Perhaps it's just as simple as turning right here. Maybe. Maybe I overcomplicated stuff earlier on. Good kitties. I'm gonna try and leave them alone, to be honest. Don't really need to fight them. So there's something going on over there? Maybe? So I think maybe that's where we need to go, although there are some ruins just over here. Oh! I managed to reach us. That was a bit surprising. Okay, just a normal bandit camp. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worthwhile here. Right. There is a flame sanctum though, which I don't think we've been to. We may as well. I may as well gather up some sparks in that case. Could be useful. Haven't seen the option to upgrade the flame, right? So I guess the sparks are really going to be critical for when we want to upgrade the flame next time. Nomad Highlands, Hollow Halls. So surely it must be here somewhere. Maybe just if we backtrack and follow the path once more. Yeah, here we are. Another good old Hollow Halls, which, again, I'm not really looking forward to going through another one just yet. But when we need to, we can go in. Yeah, we'll need the key anyway, so let's place down a altar. And perhaps maybe I'll just put one right here. Seems like a decent spot. Now we should be able to get back here pretty quickly. And yeah, let's move on to the next spot. I think we're running out of question marks to do, to be honest, but there's still some black sections here, or some shrouded, well, shrouded isn't exactly the right word in this game, but you get what I'm trying to say. Some areas of the map still covered in the fog of war. Maybe this one? So if we go back to the spire, we should be able to, you know, float there, glide there. It's probably another Shroud route, to be honest. But it's just giving us question marks. Yeah, not sure if we can actually get there from this side. There is this cave though, so I'm sort of hoping maybe it connects. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea to just gather up some mint mushrooms. I don't think we have a lot of the mint mushrooms, to be honest. I think it's kind of useful for some of the late game potions and stuff that we need to make. Maybe I'll do a ping. Below us, apparently. Wow, okay, that far down. Like, how are we supposed to even get there? There must be a cave system somewhere that takes us there. I might have to circle back around to that. There is another question mark right there. But then there's a sun temple as well. So it might be interesting. Yeah, let's circle back around and let's do the sun temple first. With any luck, maybe the Sun Temple might actually give us a pathway that leads to the Shroud route. This is probably maybe an elixir well? Or is it simply just the Sun Temple? Some kind of a camp here. Please notify the Queen. To Commander Cyrus, where has our Queen gone? I am in desperate need of her counsel. When she made the decision to split our caravan in half, there was so much confusion and chaos that my younger brother, Gustav, was placed in the southern caravan. He may look like a grown man, but he has the mind of a child and is confused easily. I was under the impression that he was in the wagon behind me, sleeping. By the time we awoke, I realized he was gone. What will Gustav do without me to care for him? Please, Commander. I must reunite with Gustav before we head towards Rattlebleak. Yeah, okay, so that cleared up the question marks here. Should I go into the Sun Temple? I'm sure there'll be enemies in there. We don't exactly have a purpose to go in there, but I suppose maybe the purpose can just be a sense of exploration, and that should suffice. Oh, one of these guys. Let's just pull him outside. Acid Cleaver. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. I'll delete this as well. Definitely don't need that. And this bow. Everything else I think I'm going to try and keep. Maybe I don't need this. Okay, well, that's a bit of a disappointment. I thought there was more to this Sun Temple. Oh, actually, there is something going on back here. More than meets the eye, I guess. Alright, so we've got a couple of buttons to press somewhere. Just not entirely sure where just yet. Yeah, I keep hearing growling sounds everywhere, but maybe they're all above us. I still haven't found any buttons anywhere. Oh god. There we go. One button just over there. I am sort of running out of space to keep stuff though. Might have to start thinking about dropping things. Alright, so I have no idea what that button opened. Or maybe it's just this door. Yeah, okay. In that case, let's just backtrack a little bit. Oh, and that also activated one of the buttons in here as well. Right, so presumably, same thing will happen on the other side. Huh. Okay. I have no idea why there are so many switches, unless I just got really lucky and this was some kind of a puzzle, and I just managed to solve it somehow. But this room's now open. I don't know if that did the trick, but we should go back. And then there's that at the very top, so I have no idea. Alright, okay. So all of them sort of correspond in one way or another. That doesn't switch on though. So that turns off down the bottom, but that switches on at the top. I don't know if there's like an order to things. Yeah, not 100% sure what's going on there, but let me just double check on what's going on out here. Yeah, okay, so 2 of them have lit up already, so maybe I just got lucky. I'll take it. I don't have to understand it completely. Wow, that is a lot of damage. And this might be the end of the temple, actually, but if it is, I'm a little disappointed because most of the other sun temples we've seen, they do have bosses and stuff. Hawk chest. Oh man. Probably gonna delete this, to be honest. But that's alright, at least we can say that we fully explored the Sun Temple. We did it. I don't think that there's anything else that we can see here. Or that's worth exploring, at least. Okay, so we should be able to just teleport our way back out, but there is the question of trying to get to this shroud route, and I'm not 100% sure on whether or not there's a cave from that side, or maybe there's a cave from the other side on this area here, where it's still covered with shroud. Is there an easier way for us to get there? That's the question. I'm not sure if there is. So we have a haunted sun temple right here. This is... yeah, okay, that's the one connected to Brittlebush. We've been there before. I'm just trying to recall if this place had like an extensive cave system that would eventually lead to this spot. Perhaps maybe that's worth checking. Wonder if it's maybe the easier way to take the spire from the Kindle Wastes, maybe glide here, hit the question mark, and then try and get back to Brittlebush that way. We can go back through the Sun Temple. We might have to fight the boss there again, and then maybe we can have a look around. Doesn't sound like a bad plan. Though it is getting a little bit dark, though. Well, I guess I can take that back. I felt like it was getting dark. It might be getting dark soon. Alright, what do we have down here? Bone Shard Excavation Camp. I guess they were just mining the bones. Clues from a shaman. I met a shaman while investigating the bone graveyard. Quiet, unwilling to speak or answer many questions. Atypical for a Kindle Wastes dweller. An oath of silence, maybe? Perhaps he lives amongst the fossils, as he seemed to revere them in a way I did not understand. When I uttered another question his way, he simply drew a rune in the sand. Old hieroglyphics. I became intrigued. I returned to East Lapis, where the archive held a dusty codex for the runes the shaman wrote. I recognized the one he drew immediately, and its translation shocked me. Dragons. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that there were dragons at some point in this game's lore. Oh, okay, I failed to pick up the nails there. Accidentally destroyed that. Anyway, that's okay. Not really too much of a loss. Anything aside from the thing that we needed to read that's worth looking at around here? Ooh, hang on. What do we have here? A fish fossil. I think there's like a whole bunch of fossils hidden around all of Embervale, right? And I think I should be able to like collect them and like display them. So the fish fossil might not be a bad thing to keep in Balthazar's room, perhaps, when we eventually get around to continuing our build. But yeah, I suppose not a bad spot here if we do want to be getting some more bone. I'll take that. And that. And this too. Alright. So, definitely going to go to Brittle Bush. I'll see if I can... I guess I can't really climb that high up. I was sort of going to see if there was a way to hopefully glide my way there. Maybe ever so slightly. But yeah, I suppose maybe it being so dark, it's probably not the best idea for us to keep going. So, let's head back. To Wistful Fields, that is. Yeah, I know we've attempted to add stuff to a lot of the rooms, but it's still feeling very, very empty right now. There's still a lot more work that we need to do with adding a bunch of knickknacks everywhere. Okay, so off we go, north for the time being, and I think as soon as I arrive, like, at the outside of I keep struggling to say the words brittle bush. Oh yes, and I could have spent some time trying to put stuff away, but I haven't. That's alright. Almost there, but it's the Sun Temple that we want, so... Yeah, I'm wondering if there's like a way through the bottom to try and get to this question mark. Yeah, again, I think I should just stick to my original plan, which is to try and visit the Sun Temple. And then we go from there. Okay, so this will be a good place for us to, again, respawn and pretty much just go into the Sun Temple. The boss, last I fought it, and last I remember, it was actually a bit of a challenging boss to fight, so hopefully we can do it again. And, yeah, hopefully it's not going to take us too long. And then we can sort of figure out whether or not there's a cave system in there that leads us to where we want to go. But for now, I think this is where we're going to call the episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop me a like down below. If you're new, subscribe, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.